Have you ever been called lazy like it's a character flaw? Something to overcome? A weakness that's holding you back? Well, I've got news for you. What if your laziness is actually your greatest untapped advantage? I'm talking about strategic laziness, the art of accomplishing more by doing less. It's not about being idle or unproductive. It's about being incredibly selective with your energy and effort. Some of the history's most innovative solutions came from people looking for easier ways to do things. Bill Gates famously said, "I choose a lazy person to do a hard job, because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it." That's not an insult. It's recognition of a powerful mindset. Today, I'm going to show you how to optimize your natural tendency toward laziness and transform it into your secret advantage. We'll explore 5 powerful strategies that will help you work smarter, not harder, and get better results with less effort. Before we dive into specific strategies, let's understand why strategic laziness is actually an advantage in today's world. First, we need to distinguish between 2 types of laziness. Procrastinative laziness is what most people think of, avoiding work out of habit, fear, or lack of motivation. It's reactive and usually leads to worse outcomes. Strategic laziness, on the other hand, is intentionally minimizing unnecessary effort to focus energy where it truly matters. It's proactive and leads to better outcomes with less waste. In a world of infinite demands on your attention and energy, conservation becomes a competitive advantage. Think of your energy like a limited currency. Strategic laziness is about spending it wisely rather than throwing it away on low-value activities. The most successful people aren't those who do the most things. They're those who do the right things and eliminate everything else. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and Steve Jobs were all known for ruthlessly eliminating unnecessary activities to focus on what truly mattered. Now let's explore 5 specific strategies to optimize your laziness and turn it into your secret advantage. Strategy number 1, the path of least resistance principle. This is perhaps the cornerstone of optimist laziness. Before starting any task or project, ask yourself, what's the easiest way to achieve the desired outcome? This doesn't mean cutting corners on quality. It means eliminating unnecessary steps, avoiding needless complexity, and finding the most direct route to your goal. For example, if you need to learn a new skill, don't start with theory and textbooks. Begin by finding someone who's already mastered it and ask them for the 20% of knowledge that delivers 80% of results. This is the lazy person's accelerated learning hack. Or consider task automation. A strategically lazy person might spend an hour setting up an automated system that saves 5 minutes daily. After just 12 days, that investment pays off and continues paying dividends forever. That's the lazy person thinking long term. To implement this strategy, before starting any task, take 2 minutes to ask, is there an easier way? Can this be automated? Is every step necessary? This small upfront investment in thinking will save you enormous effort down the line. Strategy number 2, decision automation. Making decisions is one of the most energy-intensive activities for your brain. The strategically lazy person creates systems that eliminate unnecessary decisions. Decision fatigue is real. Each decision you make throughout the day depletes your mental energy, leading to poorer choices over time. By automating routine decisions, you conserve that energy for truly important matters. Start with your daily routines. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day. Mark Zuckerberg does the same. This isn't eccentric. It's eliminating a low-value decision to preserve mental energy for high-value decisions. Create personal policies, predetermined decisions for recurring situations. For example, I always decline meetings without an agenda. I never check email before 11 a.m. I automatically save 20% of every paycheck. These policies eliminate the need to deliberate each time. You can also use technology to automate decisions. Set up automatic bill payments, use apps that limit social media time, or create email filters that sort messages by importance. These systems make good decisions for you by default, without requiring your active input. The goal is to reach a point where you're only making decisions that truly deserve your valuable mental energy. Everything else happens automatically according to your predetermined systems. Strategy number 3, the minimum viable effort principle. This strategy is about identifying the smallest action that still produces meaningful results and starting there. Most people overestimate what's required to make progress. They think they need perfect conditions, lots of time, or complete information before starting. This leads to procrastination and inaction. The strategically lazy person asks, "What's the minimum I can do right now that still moves me forward?" Maybe it's writing just one paragraph instead of a whole report. Maybe it's doing a 5-minute workout instead of skipping exercise entirely because you don't have an hour. This approach works because of the physics of motion. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. Once you've started with minimal effort, continuing becomes much easier. It's the psychological equivalent of Newton's first law. To implement this strategy, break down any intimidating task into its smallest possible component. Make that component so ridiculously easy that you can't say no. Want to write a book? Start with one sentence. Want to get fit? Do one push-up. Want to learn a language? Learn one phrase. The beauty of this approach is that once you've started, you'll often continue beyond your minimum. But even if you don't, you've still made progress, and progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Strategy number 4. Intelligent environment design. Your physical and digital environments dramatically impact your behavior. The strategically lazy person designs environments that make good behaviors easier and bad behaviors harder. This strategy works because it reduces the amount of willpower required to make good choices. When your environment does the heavy lifting, you don't need to rely on motivation or discipline. For example, if you want to eat healthier, don't rely on willpower to resist junk food. Instead, simply don't keep it in your house. Make unhealthy choices require significant effort while making healthy options easily accessible. Apply this to your digital environment too. Remove social media apps from your phone so checking them requires more effort. Use website blockers during work hours. Set up your desktop with only the tools you need for focused work. Even your social environment can be optimized. Surround yourself with people who naturally pull you toward your goals rather than away from them. This creates positive peer pressure that works even when your motivation is low. The key insight here is that fighting against your environment requires constant energy. Redesigning your environment to work with your goals allows you to be lazy while still making progress. It's about making the right thing the easy thing. Strategy number 5, the intelligent leverage principle. This final strategy is perhaps the most powerful for the strategically lazy. It's about identifying where a small input can create a disproportionately large output. True leverage means finding the force multipliers in your life and work, the places where 1 unit of effort can produce 10 or 100 units of results. This is how lazy people achieve extraordinary things without extraordinary effort. One form of leverage is technological. Using the right tools and software can multiply your productivity. A simple example, learning keyboard shortcuts might take 10 minutes but save you hours over time. More complex examples include learning automation tools or programming basics. Another form is knowledge leverage. Some knowledge has disproportionate power. Learning the fundamental principles in any field often delivers more value than memorizing details. The strategically lazy person focuses on high-leverage knowledge first. Perhaps the most powerful form is human leverage, finding ways to work with others for mutual benefit. This doesn't mean exploiting people. It means creating win-win scenarios where your skills complement others, creating outcomes neither could achieve alone. To implement this strategy, regularly ask, where in my life could I get 10 times the results with the same effort by using the right leverage? This question alone can transform how you approach almost everything. Let's recap the 5 strategies for optimizing your laziness. The path of least resistance principle, decision automation, the minimum viable effort principle, intelligent environment design, and the intelligent leverage principle. These aren't about doing nothing. They're about being incredibly strategic with your limited energy and effort. It's the difference between working hard and working smart. Start by implementing just one of these strategies this week. Notice how it feels to accomplish more with less effort. Then gradually incorporate the others until strategic laziness becomes your default approach. Remember, your natural tendency toward laziness isn't a flaw. When properly optimized, it's actually a powerful advantage that can help you achieve more than those who mindlessly hustle. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more strategies on working smarter, not harder. In the comments, let me know which of these 5 strategies you're going to implement first. Remember, embrace your laziness, optimize it, and watch as it transforms from your perceived weakness into your secret advantage.